Hello, men, and welcome back to MGTOW Camarilla. Happy to have you with us. I've noticed that the channel is slowly but surely growing. I appreciate the support immensely. I hope that you're sharing this information with your friends, the people that you care about, and most importantly, other men. While I do greatly appreciate the support, I'm happy because that means that I am helping men. It means that they are listening to these videos and seeing in their own lives examples of the various subjects that I cover. It means that I am telling the truth and that people can identify it as such. That's what's important to me. Today's subject is going to go back on track with women, our quote-unquote better half. Specifically, we're going to talk about how underhanded they can be, specifically when in relationships. Though, what I'm going to be talking about can happen outside of a relationship, and more often than not, probably does. If you're not familiar with the term monkey branching, I'll explain it briefly. Monkey branching is when a woman is dating or is in a relationship with a man and decides to take measures to keep her options open, to have backups in case the man gets sick of her shit, or if she just feels like it's time to move on because she's already sucked everything that she wanted out of him. Monkey branching happens pretty organically. I don't think that women necessarily try to do this. It is just an instinct for them to have a backup. This probably goes back to the days of the hunter-gatherers, where women couldn't really be sure if a man was coming back from the hunt, so they'd better make sure that they had a good backup man, just in case. In modern times, this isn't so much of a concern, not nearly on the scale that it used to be. However, there is one group of people that this affects pretty heavily, and this is the men of our armed services. That's right, the people who put their life on the line for you and me constantly get cheated on by women. Constantly. You can go to any veterans forum or active duty forum. Hell, you can talk to some of your buddies that are in the military, and they'll tell you stories of how it either happened to their friends or happened to them. It is extremely common for a man to be deployed overseas, wherever, and for a woman to pretend that she's so supportive of her soldier. She's so happy to be a soldier's girlfriend, wife, whatever. Baby mama, even. Because women love the attention that comes with that. To other women it says, look at me, I'm high value. I got a man in uniform. I've got a dangerous man who conducts dangerous missions on foreign soil, and they'll romanticize the shit out of it. But while they're romanticizing and profiting off of what the man does, as usual, she's also talking to other men. Not just talking. See, inherently there's nothing wrong with communication between a man and a woman. While guys know that this is really just an avenue for sex, I think that women genuinely believe that they can have male friends, but that's only because they either reject them or the male friends are gay, or pussies. There's not really a reason for the woman to think that she can't have male friends when so many men in the society are weak. Now, here's where the kicker comes in. While it's true that there's nothing inherently wrong with communication between a man and a woman, what is true is that women are using this as a platform for in case anything goes wrong in their current relationship, even with a man who is overseas. See, women are unique in their ability to demand shit from literally a sea away. You will be hundreds or thousands of miles away from your home, and she's still gonna bitch at you. She's gonna bitch at you about what other people do that you literally could not help if you wanted to. Why? Because she is a woman, you are a man, and what you have going on does not matter. It doesn't. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care if last night one of your buddies died. Oh, honey, that's terrible. I know he was a good friend of yours. Oh, that must have been so hard. You know, my mother, she was just awful today. So terrible, she made me cry. Forget the fact that you're literally traumatized because you've experienced one of the many horrors of war. She has something more important to talk about. But you should be used to this by now if you're listening to this channel. You should already be aware that women don't really care about you. They only care about what you can provide. So they monkey branch. Let's say you're just an average guy, you're not in the military, or you're ex-military, or whatever. For all intents and purposes, you're a regular civilian. You know, you have a regular job, go to work, come home, build up your life, do a good job of being a man, do a good job being a boyfriend, all that shit. Pretty decent guy. Even in this scenario where you are with her, because women will say, well, I only cheated because I was lonely. He was gone and I was all alone. He was gone doing something noble and I was alone. So they can't use this excuse anymore. Their excuses now are going to be all the shit you didn't do for them, or more accurately, shit you've done for them, but they just, it's not up to their standard, which is unattainable, by the way. They're unattainable fucking standards. Or she just wants a reason to bitch. Doesn't even have to be anything significant. She can literally just come up with something to bitch about, and it's good enough. So, you're an average guy, leading a pretty good life. You think things are going well, and lo and behold, you figure out that she's talking to another guy. She's not being directly sexual. She's not saying anything that would lead you to believe that they're hooking up. That would be too obvious. Instead, this becomes a game of, is it really innocent or not? Which, I'm almost willing to guarantee you, no, it's not really innocent, because it's never really just innocent. It's never gonna be just, oh, he's just a friend. It's not how it works. Just a friend is code for, this is a potential backup. This is your replacement if you do stuff to piss me off, or if I just decide I don't like you. That's what it means. So, I'm sure women who see this video will say, well, what? Are we just supposed to not have any male friends? I'm not saying that. You can have as many male friends as you want. I just want you to understand that I know what a male friend means. A male friend means competition for me. And I don't believe in competing for something that I've already won. If I'm in a relationship with you, I've already secured what I really wanted. In some form or fashion, I wanted you. Probably just wanted you for sex, but I wanted you. Now, this is the killer. Women, as you know, will withhold sex. They use it as a tool. They use it as a tactic. Because when they start withholding sex, two things happen. Number one, the man gets understandably pissed off because she's withholding sex. She is abusing your relationship for her benefit. It's fucked up and it pisses us off. But she's counting on this. She's counting on us getting angry because we know that we can't say, yeah, I'm mad that we're not having sex. Because then we'll turn to, well, you only care about me for sex. Which is true now. I know it's true now for me. That's all I care about when I'm with a woman. It's the only thing that matters. But for guys in relationships who haven't went MGTOW yet, or in the early stages and are kind of feeling out their current situation, I know how that is. You can't say that you're only interested in sex. You know that that is the wrong answer because it will lead to more bitching, which is what you want less of. So of course, you play along and, oh honey, I don't want you just for sex. You're smart and funny. And no, you don't bitch incessantly. Who said that? Who said that literally all you do is bitch at me? That person's a liar. Even though that person's you. So anyway, if you're in a relationship right now, and you want to keep your relationship, I doubt this video is going to help you. If anything, this video is going to introduce or reaffirm doubts that you already had about your current relationship. If this bothers you, if you cannot handle the fact that what I'm about to say will make you paranoid, and justly paranoid, not a paranoid delusion, but a legitimate paranoia, because it's the truth, you should leave this video now. I'll give you a few seconds. Still with me? That means you're ready to hear the truth. All women monkey branch. All of them. Don't care how long you've been together. Don't care how great you think she is. Don't care how well you think you know her. She monkey branches. She talks to other men and has them on backup. She may not be flirting directly. She may be flirting directly. She may not tell them that once the relationship is over with you, that she'll go out with them, although that does happen a lot too. A lot of women will just straight up say it. Well, if I weren't with Tom, I would be with Dick. Or, if Tom doesn't cut it out, I might have to find me a man like you. What this does is give that guy a sort of hope that one day she'll be his. He'll be the one fucking her. Now, this is a weird miasma of delusion and half-truth. She needs the guy to believe that he has a chance of being with her one day. so that it works. So that he holds on to hope that maybe one day he can be the guy that she's with. But she doesn't want to come on so strong that he starts interfering in her current relationship, because that would be extra headache, or she's not done with a man. She hasn't gotten what she wanted out of him yet, or to the fullest extent that she thinks she can. Women, monkey branch. It is a form of pseudo-security. And in this day and age, with more spineless men than ever, it's pretty likely that no matter who you're dating, she's gonna have a backup. And I don't say this to piss you off, or even to say that women are bad for this, though certainly they're not good for it. I just say it so that you know. So that any time a woman tells you that she's got guy friends, what that means is, oh, just letting you know that if things don't work out between us, I could literally be fucking somebody the very same night, if I so chose. Though, if she doesn't want to seem like a slut, or if she thinks word will get around, she might hold off for maybe a week. Probably closer to 3 days. I think that's a pretty good consensus of when women just kind of stop giving a shit about who they're fucking, because they're just looking to fuck somebody. The reasons for this are twofold. If it was a bad breakup, or you ended it, she's looking to get back at you. So she's gonna fuck somebody, and she will possibly go out of her way to make sure that you know that she did. Or she may try and keep it on the down low, but this is also self-serving, because if she's keeping it from you, it means that she is thinking that she might be able to get something else out of you in the future. And either way, it's just shitty. The other point of this is that she's going to be fucking this new guy to establish a new relationship. Whether they call themselves boyfriend and girlfriend or not, once he gets a taste, he's going to start spending money, he's going to start investing time, and all the other shit that she's looking for. To recap, she has, for lack of a better word, emotionally cheated on you. She has went out of her way to find other men to talk to. She has lied to you about them being just friends, because we know that they're potential backups. Okay. Then, if you kicked her ass to the curb, or if she caused such a scene that you two are broken up for the time being, and I hate that word because breakups happen so often, and they're so moot of finality, that you could break up and get back together in the same day. I've done it when I was younger. Okay? It's it's a crapshoot. It doesn't mean what it really means, and it's useless. It's absolutely useless. If she were gonna leave, she would leave. She wouldn't bother telling you unless it was absolutely necessary, okay? Breakups are bullshit. If she doesn't say, I don't love you anymore, if she doesn't start getting her shit and leaving, then she's not seriously considering breaking up with you. She's doing it as a power play. Because in a couple days you'll start to feel like an asshole, and maybe I did something wrong. She was right, or, even though she was wrong, I love her and I want her back. It's all mind games, okay? Designed to get you in a weakened emotional state so that you're at a disadvantage. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's bullshit. Okay? Women do this so often that it's almost not even hidden anymore. Okay? I can hop on Facebook right now. I have a girl in mind too. Alright? I'm not going to say her real name, but it starts with an A. I don't think I have anyone on Facebook named Allison, so we'll say Allison. And if I do, sorry, I guess. You're probably not going to watch this video anyway, and if you are, then fuck you. Why are you on my shit? It's for men. So let's say Allison has this boyfriend. Allison posts all the time about how her boyfriend is a great guy and she loves him and blah blah blah. And about twice a week, I see her soliciting, innocently, quote unquote, soliciting other men for favors, okay? Favors. Now, here's a little bit of background about Allison. Her boyfriend, whom she has a child with, and is pregnant with another one of his kids, okay? Obviously not a MGTOW. She does not work. Her boyfriend makes enough income that she can stay her now fat ass at home. I don't know what the reason for the screaming is, but I hope it's funny, because it's certainly interrupting this video. Anyway, she's able to stay her now fat ass at home and take care of the kids. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with taking care of the children. It's necessary. Certainly necessary. Okay. But I see her bitching and moaning all the time about how she's the only one that cleans the house. She's the only one that cooks dinner. She is the only one that keeps shit running. Which we know is bullshit. We know that without that man, she wouldn't have anything. Because one of the kids that she has, she had before him. And he knows it, and he took the kid in, and, you know, that's all very noble and sweet and shit. But, anyway, I see her on Facebook all the time soliciting anyone, seemingly, though she keeps a predominantly male social circle, supposedly soliciting anyone for favors. Oh, if someone could bring me an ice cream, I would love them forever. And it never fails that some guy, some idiot, replies. Now, luckily, she moved away from a lot of the people that she knew, and most of the guys can't get to her, okay? And they say as much. They say, oh, if I were closer, I'd do it for you. Which, we don't know if that's really true or not. But a couple of them, I have no doubt, would absolutely go to the store, get her some ice cream, bring it to her, because she doesn't have her own car, okay? And even if she did, she'd probably make up the excuse of, oh, I've got these kids, you know, I gotta put one of them in a car seat, and it's just, oh, even though you're going out of your way for me, it's too much work. It's just too much work. Why don't you bring it to me? Why don't you just bring it to me? And, as guys, because we can be a little overconfident, we kind of assume that if we do this for her, she's going to reward us with da-da-da-da sex. She knows that men are thinking this, though she won't admit it. She knows that the only reason that guy would bring her anything, would go out of his way to bring her anything, is if he was hoping that her boyfriend's at work, she's lonely, he provides something she needs, and she's gonna pay him in pussy. It's not how it works, though. Because it's another game. The point of this whole story is that even a woman who is taken care of entirely, by what I consider to be a pretty decent guy, okay, he works hard, doesn't do drugs, doesn't beat her, okay, he's not a bad guy. He works hard and provides, which is what women say they want in a man, right? Not abusive, provides for her, has kids with her, took in her other bastard child, and what does she do? How does she repay him? That's right, by soliciting favors from other men. This is monkey branching. Because even if she doesn't give him sex that time, because he did that favor for her, he's going to think in his mind that when that relationship's over, he's going to be the first one she runs to. Oh, remember that time I brought you some ice cream? Yeah, I took care of you when he wouldn't. Because he was at work. But we'll leave that detail out. That's not important. Took care of you when he wouldn't, girl. Okay. Number one, men who do favors for women don't get repaid in pussy. They just don't, okay? It's highly unlikely that they will, and there are exceptions to every rule, but I wouldn't count on being the exception. So if you're one of these guys who does favors for women who are in relationships, number one, you're a pussy. Why are you doing anything for a woman that you're not having sex with? Number two, you're worse than a pussy. You're a traitor. You are actively seeking to sabotage another man's relationship because you can't get your own. It's pretty sad. But I'm such a nice guy. I'm such a nice guy. You know, I do this because I care. No, you don't. You do this because you have this shallow delusion that one day she's gonna grace you with some pussy. You're not nice. If anything, you're the exact opposite of nice. Because you straight up lie to women to get what you want. You pretend to be their friend, hoping that you can trick them into giving you some pussy just by being nice. If anyone is the nice guy here, it's me. Because I'll tell a woman straight up that I want to bang her. Within 10 minutes of meeting a woman, I will make my intentions known. Okay? There is no point in holding back. Hi, how are you? My name is insert name here. Oh, I'm good. Great. What's your name? Oh, I'm Jessica. Okay, Jessica. You're going to put your number in my phone, and in a couple days I'm going to call you. We're going to go out and have a nice time. When we're done having a nice time out, we're going to go back to my place, and what happens, happens. If anyone's sitting at home with their jaw open, metaphorically or literally, that'll never work. You can't talk to a woman like that. she'll just slap the fuck out of you. No, she won't. Most women aren't going to slap guys they don't know, okay? Some of them will. I'm not saying you're wrong about all of them, because some of them absolutely will slap the shit out of you. And I won't even pretend that we don't deserve it. I mean, we're being straight up dogs here, okay? But I don't pretend to be anything else. I don't pretend to be her friend in hopes that she won't care that I don't have enough balls to ask for what I really want, okay? That's not me. I would rather a chick slap me in the face in the first 10 minutes of knowing me so that I can be absolutely sure that I'm not getting any pussy from her than to go on for weeks, months, and even years trying to appease her in the hope that she will sleep with me. Okay? I don't have time for that shit. I have other shit to do that is more meaningful to my life than to wait on a fickle woman. One who may or may not sleep with you. Don't have time for the shit. Don't care to do it. Don't care to play the games. Don't care to pretend to be her friend. I don't give a shit about any of that, okay? And if you do, you can fuck right off. Actually, instead of fucking off, I would prefer that you get some balls. I would prefer that you listen to what I'm saying and see that your clever plan of being her friend is never going to equate to you getting laid. She could be drunk as a fucking skunk, just got dumped by her boyfriend, and she still probably won't fuck you. What she's gonna do is go to you for the emotional support. Okay? Pay attention here if you're one of these guys. She's gonna go to you for the emotional support. You're gonna be her shoulder to cry on. And then, when she's had her little cry, her little crocodile tear cry, she's gonna leave. Where's she gonna go? To one of her backup guys. To one of her backup guys that she actually wants to fuck because he's less of a pussy than you are. I say less of, because if he's a backup guy, period, he's got some pussy in him, okay? He's not getting in the pussy. He's got pussy in him. Alright, don't confuse the two. Very different. You cannot trust women. This is not a matter of opinion. This is a matter of fact. This is a matter of your life. Women will lie to you. Women will abuse your trust. Women will lead guys on for the eventuality that you're leaving her. If this shit weren't true, where would I get my information? If this weren't true, do you think that I could just think all this shit up? I'm good at talking. I'm okay at writing. But I cannot make up an entire gender's behavioral patterns, okay? The Lord of the Rings guy, J.R.R. Tolkien, wonderful author. He got a shit ton of detail into those books, right? Still did not cover much about the women orcs or orcai. You know why? Because it's fucking impossible to make up this detailed information. You have to know it. You have to see it. You have to experience it. Okay? You following with me? Let's review. Women abuse trust. Women do not care about you. Women will use underhanded tactics to make sure that they are secure no matter what the situation is. That is the point of this video. I have provided hypotheticals. I have provided a real life example. What more will it take to convince you that women don't have your best interest in mind? What more will it take to convince you that her male friends want to bang her? I'm not saying this is bad about the men. We're men. Of course we just want to bang. That's all we should care about. If you care about love and you care about building a family with someone and all that shit, buddy, you are hoping for a dream that has been sold to you by society. You don't want a family and a wife. You want $1 million, a nice car, and to be banging hot bitches all the time. And if you truly say that you have no interest in that, I don't believe you're a man. I believe that you are sissified. I believe that you may have homosexual tendencies. And I'm not saying that this is wrong. I have nothing against homosexuals. I fully support their right to love and bang whoever they want. That is their business. What I am saying is that if you do not want what I described, you may have to do some introspection. You may have to come to terms with the fact that you are not a straight man. Or you'll have to come to terms with the fact that you've been turned into a pussy. I mean, that's it. And again, either one of these things is okay. Gay men have every right to be gay, and men who have been pussified can be saved. Okay? You can turn your shit around. You can absolutely do it. All you have to do is listen to this channel, listen to MGTOW. Okay? You following? Subscribe to this channel, and I will give you all the tools that you need to stop being a sissified man. If any of this has hit home with you today, I'd like you to write to me. I would love to hear your experiences about women who monkey branch. I'm especially interested in hearing from members of the military or members of the military who have retired. Especially interested in hearing from you because I see this happen a lot, and if possible, I'd like to bring you on the show and really give you a voice to tell your story to these other men. That's all I've got for you this episode. I hope you found it informative and truthful as always. I am Camarilla. This is MGTOW Camarilla. And I will keep bringing you quality content that helps you succeed, that helps you better your life, and most importantly, helps you avoid the trappings of women. See you soon.